Welcome everyone to the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast YouTube channel. I am your host, always ready, Matt Cardona, aka the $1,000 Broski, aka the Michael Jordan of wrestling figure collecting. And today we are unboxing one of the greatest Jakks 4-packs of all time. We're unboxing the WWF Championship Title Series Toys R Us exclusive. Man, I look at this and it really reminds me of my childhood. 1997, I believe this came out. And when this came out, it was a mind-blowing 4-pack for so many reasons. One, the whole aspect of 4-packs and 3-packs, now we're used to them. This was a new thing back in the day. And also, we did not have any Jakks championships. Now, Mattel titles come with so many figures. Even Jakks later on came with so many figures. But this was the time period where there were no belts. So you either use your LJN belts or your WCW Galoob or San Francisco Toy Maker or Hasbro because there was no Jakks titles. Man, I'll never forget getting this at Toys R Us. I remember it was like at the top. You know what I'm saying? You had to ask someone to pull it down like you could see it. And I saw it on the internet. I had just got on the internet, so I knew it was coming out. I knew people were finding it at Toys R Us, and I had to get it. I had an Undertaker. I had Rocky Maivia. I had an Owen and Bulldog, but these were all slightly different. So yeah, it's Taker, Rocky Maivia, Owen and the Bulldog, and on the back, it shows the other things that are available, so you know the time period, and it explains like when each person won the championship. And now that I'm looking at this, Undertaker at WrestleMania 13, going back to the gray, that would have been a sweet figure that we never got. All right, this is actually the corrected one because at first there was one that says European title. They corrected it. And I remember seeing this in the store and be like, oh my God, there's only 4 titles, but the other belt is under this flap. Yeah, I'm like contemplating, well, first of all, I'm going to let it breathe, but I'm not going to rip open the box. I'm going to do it very nicely. I'm going to preserve this. Go back on the YouTube channel. I unboxed the Survivor Series 4-pack. I did it the same way. I just kind of peeled the tape off. Just peel that tape off. Yes, whoops. Kind of ripped it. It's all right. But yeah, I don't want to destroy this. There it is. There's that hidden tag team title. What I loved about these titles is that they were great for your Hasbros too. Because this is kind of like 97. You kind of still had your Hasbro Fig Fed. Or at least you could display them. So it was really, really cool. Oh, you got to smell them, right? You got to give it the old fig sniff. So let's check this out. First, let's start with the man, the Phenom, the Undertaker, with the championship. Now, this Undertaker was re-released a million times, right? Not a million, but a lot. But when this came out, it was like, oh my God, we have a new Undertaker because we had the purple gloves. We had the glow in the dark with the purple gloves, and now we had the updated look of the Undertaker. I wish there were some tattoos on this, but it's okay. It's a really cool look. A lot of detail here on the side of the pants with the molding. Very cool, very unique pieces for The Undertaker that wouldn't be used for other people. Next up is the Rocky Maivia. He has his entrance gear, removable, of course. What I liked about this is we had the Series 5 Rocky Maivia in the blue, so this was in the black. What I would do is I'd put this one on the blue. I thought this was more of a babyface one. This would be a heel Rocky Maivia, the Rock Rocky Maivia. Really, really cool. It's got the Rock boots, the patented calf remove Rock boots, which they didn't include on later Rock figures, which really never made sense to me. I mean, you had the mold. So why wouldn't you use it? Just didn't make any sense to me. A little bone crunch. Oh! Listen to that bone crunch in action. Speaking of bone crunch in action, this shirt is available right now. ProWrestlingTees.com/MajorWFPod. Oh yeah, the British Bulldog. I always thought he wasn't quite jacked enough, but he's got the tassels, the real fabric tassels. the molded on tassels here. Now this is a repaint of Series 3. They would later put a vest on him for Best of 97. It'd also be in the KB Special Edition. But very, very cool figure. And of course he comes with both titles because the Bulldog and Owen, they were taking over the WWF. And last but certainly not least, the King of Hearts, or as this figure says, the two-time Slammy Award winning. So at this point, you had the King of Hearts from Series 2, and you had the one-time Slammy Award winning in the Bret Owen 2-pack, and that Owen is great, has the cast, such a great figure, but this is the two-time Slammy Award winning, comes with the tag team title. Now there are there's a variant of this 4-pack where the color pops a little more, a brighter gold, if you will. This is very dull, almost like a greenish, if that makes sense, which is kind of weird, which also might be over time, but yeah, because if you look at this one tag team belt, yeah, we can say belts here, it's definitely golder, and this is a little greenish. Yeah, so the belts are great. Like, you have them all here. The WWF title, IC, tag, European. They look great. The detailing is so great for 97. I mean, what a step up, because LJN, we had the belts, right? But the tag team belts and the world belt were just the same belt repainted. There was no IC, right? And then Hasbro, we just had the Winged Eagle, which wasn't very detailed, but it looked like the Winged Eagle. And with the $1 million title, no tag, no IC. So now for Jakks to come out with all 5 in one pack, it was unbelievable. And this was the only way to get these titles. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, this is the only way to get these particular titles from Jakks in the entire Bone Crunching line. They later remade like the Attitude Style WWF title and IC. And the tag, they updated it, but there's never ever a European title. This is the only way to get the European Championship. And the European title was pretty damn important, especially in 97. So yeah, I mean, these figures, they bring me back to my childhood. And like a psychopath, I've gone back and I've rebought all of them. I have them in mint condition. And we're starting, the Fig Fed, right? The Fantasy Fig Fed that drops the first week of August. If you're watching this months later, it's already going on. And it involves bone-crunching action superstars, because this was the era where I really got obsessed with playing with the figures. Sure, with the LJNs and the Hasbros, I play with them, right? But this, I was old enough to have the internet and write my title histories and write out my match cards, and then I could download the music. So this really, it really just captivated my imagination and really drove my passion through the roof. I blame it. And I thank these figures for it. Man, these are just so good. Timeless. I really think that right now we see all those Hasbro prices going up. I do think the Bone Crunchers will follow soon. Not every Bone Cruncher, because there's so many. But I do think the value will spike soon, because it's another era of kids who are growing up and now having the money to spend on these things. And there's so many, right? So there's so many Undertakers. What Undertaker do you get? I mean, if you want this one, you can get it other ways, but if you want this WWF title, you gotta get this 4-pack. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this vintage unboxing. My favorite figures, I think, of all time. I love Hasbros, I love LJNs, but the Jakks Bone Crunchers are definitely up there, if not my favorite. Go back and watch all our other episodes. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you download the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast and look for the spin-off show coming very, very soon. And until next time, scratch that figure itch.